Hand went up. You're either a daughter-in-law, a prospective, a mother-in-law right now, or you're looking forward like me. I am looking forward. I have a beautiful daughter here. Those of you who have sons, you should talk to me. Talk to me later. Talk to me later, please. Yeah? We talk to her. I am the one with the goods for sale. Huh? All right. Okay. So anyway, parents-in-laws are very important in any marriage. Why? Because they have brought up either the young man or the young woman that's being married, isn't it? Yeah. And those of us who are parents, I didn't take that census, but allow me to move on. Those of us who are parents, we know the sweat, the time, the pain, the tears that we put in to bring up our children, isn't it? Yes. And then come the good news. What's the good news? Mommy or daddy, I am going to get married. And depending on the person that is going to get married, the girl that is being brought, or the man that is taking away our daughter, the reactions for mothers is normally a bit different. Of course, if the mother is very happy with the person that's coming in, now we are talking about mother and daughter-in-law, the mother is overly excited. If she is not, there are many issues. When there are issues of intertribal, I am a Kisi, I'm getting married to the Kikuyu community. I am a Kisi or a Maluo, I'm getting married to the Luhia community. Then there come issues that we will be talking about today. And so, especially for the mother-in-law, because we are all women here, people look forward to the marriage. In the community I come from, they say that please do not anticipate your son's wife, how beautiful she will be, how good she will be, the fortune she will bring to your family before you do what?
You see her.
Before you see her. Yes, that's what my community says. And so because of people coming, the daughter, the woman that is being married, comes in with her own expectation. If she's getting married to the church community, obviously she has been saying, I'm going to use my sister Millicent. And Millicent, you didn't give us your other accolades, but I don't want to give them now. If she has been seeing Sister Millicent in church and she is quoting Sister Millicent's son, obviously she has been admiring the way Millicent is, the way she has been walking around, how she has talked, how she has projected herself out there. And so when she gets to get married to that family, she expects that what she has been seeing is what she gets. But sometimes what you see is not what you get, isn't it? The Millicent in church may not be the Millicent at home, isn't it? Yes. Millicent is my age mate. As you can see, I armed myself with yes, when it comes, I will use it. So now, on the converse, when it is a mother-in-law, mothers-in-laws, we have been admiring children in the church. We've been looking at young, beautiful women. My daughter is here and many others. And we have sons. And we've been praying and saying, oh, I hope my son sees that one. I hope my son quotes that one. And finally, the son comes and tells you, that is the one. And you say, thank God, because my prayer has done what? Has been answered. And so there begins a relationship of daughter-in-law, mother-in-law, husband, wife. And because men and women, human beings are different, we've got different understandings, different expectations, different ways of expressing one another, there will always arise conflict between the parties involved. Obviously, mothers-in-laws have been the most touted cluster in the family group. Every mean joke has been on mothers-in-laws. Every mean saying has been on mothers-in-laws. When I was reading in preparation to come and have this talk, I got a few jokes. And please don't have that joke in your mind. Don't dare say it anywhere. I got a few jokes that people give about mothers-in-laws. One of them is that the difference between a mother-in-law and a mosquito is that a mosquito stops once you slap it. What does that mean? The other main joke I got is that whenever I see my mother-in-law, I wonder who she left running hell. Another main joke I got, and by the way, they are the most touted relationship, the most abused relationship is the relationship between mothers-in-laws and the people that are married in their family. It is sad. Because I am a prospective mother-in-law. I've got sons, got a beautiful daughter here, and I'm hoping that whoever will come and join my home will never say such things about me. The other one, I'm just letting you know that my mother-in-law seems to have a sixth sense, and she always senses when I'm enjoying myself and quickly, promptly runs and stops it. And so, I don't know what your experience about and with your mother-in-law is like. But this is a relationship that is created by God. It is God who has made it that, you know, parents are given children, the children grow, and they are given out in what? In marriage. And so I'm just making this to trigger conversation because I expect that you will ask questions when we sit down, isn't it? Please write your question if you don't want to say it out loud. What are some of the reasons why we conflict? There's a conflict between a mother-in-law and a daughter-in-law. The first one is power control. You know, this mother who has brought up this young man has spent all her energy, her money, her time bringing up this young man. And so when the young man marries and brings in somebody else who now takes attention of the son away, there's always a conflict and control in power. I have two older sons to my daughter who are very close to me. We speak nearly every week. They live out on by themselves, and we have coffee every month. So you can imagine if my sons get married and my coffees stop, and then we don't talk.
But you have your husband.
I have my husband, yes, but my husband is not my son. You get? So because of that, conflict comes in. Another reason where there is conflict is unmet expectations. People expect a lot. A mother-in-law expects, of course, that when my son gets married, that girl will come, the girl will love me, will love my son, will take care of my son. They will get children, grandchildren. I will finally be holding the flag of I am now a grandmother, etc. So when those expectations are not met, what happens? There's conflict. The daughter-in-law comes saying, oh, you know, the Munyangi I've been seeing, my other name is Munyangi, the Rose I've been seeing in church, the one who stands and preaches. When I go to her home, it will be bliss. It will be heavenly. It will be good. I will thrive. I will be respected. I will be loved. I will be accepted. Then when she reaches there, she finds Rose is what?
Judgmental.
Is judgmental, maybe. Yeah? You know? All those things that come up, they bring what? Conflict. The other reason why there's conflict between mother-in-law, daughter-in-law is poor communication. Communication runs the world. When you don't communicate well in any relationship, how do you communicate with your girlfriends? Those are the ones who are not your mothers-in-law. What do you do?
We're real.
You're real, isn't it? You call them, you text them, you see a funny thing, you send, you see something being sold at a discount, you alert them, you tell them, you listen, yes. You hear of a savings scheme, you quickly tell them, you tell them how good they are looking, etc., etc., etc. You do what? You communicate. But then when you go to the mother-in-law's house, you're like, ananilenga, ananiona. Tangu niolewa naangalia tu Westline. Anasema Westline itaharibika siku gani, nitampea mjukuu siku gani. All conversations going round, in your head. And your mother-in-law was just looking to see whether you are healthy. She was not even imagining. Yes. She was not even imagining those things that you're imagining by yourself in your head. Communication is key. If you want to thrive in any relationship, and I dare say in the mother-in-law, daughter-in-law relationship, you must communicate, and communicate well. We have cultures which demand certain ways of approaching parents, talking to them, communicating with them. If we break those cultures, if you don't address your mother-in-law with the respect that she deserves, or your daughter-in-law with the love and respect that she deserves, there will be a breakup in communication. The other issue that causes conflict between mother-in-law, daughter-in-law is maybe jealousy and insecurity. The mother obviously has been, oh, my sons love me to bits. Please tell them I said that. So you can imagine I've been feeling so loved and so protected. And comes in this girl, I'm like, so how is it going to be? If my son does not call me, or if my son does not do to me what he has been doing, I'm like, I become insecure. And it is your duty as the daughter-in-law, the person who has come into the family, to ensure that mama is secure. Yes. Yes, Jameni, if you don't do it, you will fail. Conflict will come in. Yes, you have to communicate in such a way that mama feels secure.
Who is the husband in all this conversation?
I will come. My husband. My husband is my husband. My sons are my sons. Isn't it? There is what I get from my husband. There is what I get from my sons. And I'm entitled. As a mother-in-law, I'm not yet, but a mother-in-law is entitled. The other causes of conflict is cultural differences. Yeah? Cultural differences. People come from various cultures, especially when there is intermarriage. Of course, there's also a cultural difference in terms of where your mother-in-law grew in and the lifestyle. Most of us, I think I'm at the verge of those people who are called BC, before computers. Yeah, BC. When I began my career, we had, in the office I worked in, a big computer in one corner, only one. And only one person was allowed to operate it. So anybody my age and that side, they will not understand. I mean, you have to make a real effort if you're getting married to that home for you to be at par. So cultural differences and lifestyles are different. Dressing, the makeup that we have spoken about. If my mother-in-law has never worn makeup and then she sees me all this flamboyant, of course she's going to say, what did my son marry? Who is that my son married? The last one, before I move to career, is really the over-involvement of parents. As I was having conversation with the three of us, one of the things that Pastor said that was really impressive is that as he prepares people for marriage, he speaks to the parents on their role. And I dare say that both the people going to be married and the parents receiving the girl or giving away the girl or receiving the boy need their capacity to be built. They need to be told all these things. You know, we are in an age that if you don't tell them, people are bound to make mistakes. You need to be told how to communicate, what to send to your daughter-in-law, what not to send, what to send to your mother-in-law, how often you should call her, etc. What is it that you can do to have a good relationship between yourself and your parents-in-law? Over-involvement, many parents have made the mistake of still following up people to their homes and trying to find out what's going on. How is it going on? By who is it going on? What is the cost, etc. Putting too much effort and involvement, putting your fingers into the marriage of the young children will bring conflict. When we speak about good leadership, we always say that your hands as a parent should be behind. You shouldn't be the one doing or leading. You should be like this. You are watching, you're cheering, you're helping, you're advising, but you should be what? Outside of the children's marriage. I think that has triggered you enough, and I expect that you're going to ask questions. I want to move on to my topic number 2, and that is work-life balance. We live in a very, very fast world, fast-paced. Now, in Nairobi, if you are not running, you will be overtaken, you will be lost. Utasimama kwa roundabout peke yako, isn't it? It is very, very fast-paced. There are several things that you need to balance in that fast-paced world. You can Google a presentation article that I made one time, Rose Lumumba, on work-life balance. If you check it, please, it has more tips that I'm going to give you tonight. But because there are so many things that we have to balance as women, many of us are falling off the racetrack. I will give you a few statistics that I came up with. Stress levels because of lack of good balance. Approximately 50% of working women report feeling stressed a lot during the day, in a study that was done by ABC News, compared to 40% of the men. Also, 70% of women in India identified lack of work-life balance as a primary obstacle to their career advancement. Many women with no career balance, work-life balance, actually 83% of those women in India, they reported physical illness, health issues, fatigue, lack of sleep, linked to lack of work-life balance. Now you've become very quiet. It means that some of you are being touched. I'm also in that category. Why am I in that category? I didn't tell you. I work. Of course, I am employed. I am a wife. I am a mother. I am a sister. I am a daughter. I am a church worker. I'm a community worker. And all those things, lazima zipepetwe, zikae hivi, so that nothing. Aspiring mother-in-law, exactly. That one, I don't know how to work it. I think you'll advise me after I finish. I don't know how to be there. Whisper to this one that I want to be a mother-in-law soon. So now, how soon? As soon as she makes me. So all those things need to be balanced. Your work, your life has to be balanced, so that you don't drop any ball. And importantly, you don't drop yourself. I don't know, ladies, whether you are aware of the high levels of mental cases these days, stress. And you can see that it is evident everywhere. The number of people committing suicide, the number of people resigning from jobs, the number of people not performing, the number of organizations being closed. If you ask doctors, the number of people on mental support medication is very high in this nation. Why? Because we are not doing what? Bettering our life properly and balancing it. I have statistics about the UK, I have statistics about America, but I'm not going to bore you with them. But I'm going to tell you why it is important to have a good work-life balance. And by the way, work-life balance is not that you'll be successful in one or the other. It is allocating your resources, your time, your energy in such a way that all those things which are important to you are what? Are balanced. Why is it important? It is important because it will give you good physical and emotional well-being. When your things are balanced, you will be satisfied at the workplace. You will perform well. You will also be balanced at the social performance area, in church, at the family, your children, your husband, your mother, whoever it is that you need to balance, atakuwa nini? Atakuwa balanced. And when people don't have that balance, they experience high stress, burnout. I don't know if you have ever seen somebody with a burnout. Yeah, experience burnout. And then even you have physical health issues. And what can you do to achieve, or what are some of the challenges that face or cause us not to have a good work-life balance? Number one is high demand at work. If you work like in a place where I work, every day it's a new demand. Even before you finish the task, before that you were given, now there is even a more extremely seriously urgent matter that you must do what? You must attend to. Number two, technology overload. Technology. Ladies, how are you? Those of you on the phone, you're the ones I'm talking about. The phone, technology, a very important gadget, but a most serious challenge to our work-life balance. You go home and you start perusing. We used to call it perusing. What is it called now? Scrolling. Before you know it, you've spent how many hours? 5 hours. Sokoni ujaenda, watoto nguo ujaosha, bwana ujapanga. All those things you've not done because you've been doing what? Mother Inlaw ujapanga, ujabalance. Ujabalance those things because your 5 hours have been doing what? Scrolling down the phone. Kweli ama urongo? You wake up early in the morning, the first thing you do, ladies, even before you eat, your hand automatically, it just goes and does what? Reaches for the phone. And here you are, doing what? Scrolling. Before you know it, now you have to dash to the bathroom and do a French bath because you scrolled the time for showering. Now you have to dash the children. One is going to school with a different sock than the other one. Isn't it? Technology overload. It is serious, extremely serious. I went for a training the other day and they said, when you have your phone before you, just you're doing, maybe somebody's presenting, but you have it before you, 40% of your mind is on that phone, whether you like it or not. You will occasionally find yourself reaching out, picking it and checking messages, whether somebody has sent you a message. And you know, you are not the most important person to be sent a message if Kenya is burning, but you will check nonetheless. Okay? So there you are. 40% of your concentration is on the gadget that is before you. Technology overload. Cultural and organizational norms, I think I spoke about it previously. I will not talk about it anymore, but it is a cause of imbalance. What is expected of you culturally? If it's not understood and well balanced, it brings imbalance in your life. Life transitions, events such as becoming a parent, getting a promotion, relocating, dealing with health issues of yourself or your siblings or your parent or whoever it is, can cause an imbalance in your work-life balance. I will stop here, but just say one small thing, that anybody can have balance in their lives. And what your balance is not necessarily what my balance is. A balance for a young woman who got married yesterday cannot be the same balance as me, who is now looking forward perhaps to retire. It cannot be the same balance as me, who is looking forward to be a mother-in-law. Isn't it? All right, so please, it is not a copy and paste. It is, you can actually balance your life by scheduling, having a to-do list, ensuring that you limit your time with technology exposure, etc. There are many tips that we can have. But let me stop here so that we can open up for question and answer. Thank you.
Now, my 2 daughters and a son, it is my desire that I raise them up in the